KKHT wants you to meet the classiest guys in real estate.
This is Tim O'Neill, the icon of insurance.
I'm Chris Kelso, the Meister of Mortgage.
And I am Rob Cook, the godfather of real estate. And together we are
the Real Estate Rat Pack. Much like us, real estate in the greater Houston area is hot.
So whether you're buying, selling, owning, or insuring real estate in the greater Houston area,
you need to check us out as we are the preeminent source for everything you need to know.
And now, they're here to take your calls and answer your questions live. Call now 1-800-808-5548. The Real Estate Rat Pack.
Good morning, Houston.
we're getting better, but we're not quite there yet.
We're not quite there yet.
They have not had enough coffee.
No, we have
not whatsoever. You know, we have a great group of ladies in the studio this morning. I don't know. We are some lucky guys. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, make your own luck, baby.
Yeah, that's right. So this is our first show of the new year.
This is our first live show of the new year. I agree.
So Happy New Year's to everybody.
Happy New Year's to everyone out there, everyone here in the studio as well who we've not seen. But it's going to be a great 2016, let me tell you. It
started off busy.
It has started off real busy. I started off yesterday by eating at Killen's Barbecue, by the way. I've never eaten there before this whole time.
Can we send them an invoice?
And I've now realized my favorite barbecue place in all of Houston.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Well, their steak place is equally as good.
Really?
By the way, they're usually in the top 5 in the country.
Wow.
So that New Year's diet is pretty much...
Yeah, pretty much gone.
Yeah, gone.
Hey.
Yep.
No carbs, all protein, right?
All protein, that's all it was.
There you go.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you consider all the sauce they give you, all the barbecue sauce.
I heard you broke out in hives.
I broke out last night, whatever they had in one of them.
We were going to call you to say, you might consider this, just wipe it off.
Yeah, Michael Roddy called me this morning. Michael Roddy, I am doing good, and I'm actually doing better now. I'm here in the studio with all these beautiful ladies.
Absolutely. And we've got, we've got our Lauren Bacall here as Teresa Kennedy's back with us. Welcome back, Teresa.
Hello, boys.
We have Michelle Posey on, I think this is at least her second time, so you're officially a two-timer.
I am.
and Renee Gibson.
Yes.
So
our rock star as far as, a lot of things, but she raised a whole bunch of money for the Pelton Children's Center.
We're going to let her talk about that a little bit later, what that meant to her. So, but first up,
Michelle.
Gary, let me get this right.
Get it right.
Is, let's see.
Better
Homes and Gardens, Gary Green.
You got it.
Okay.
The lovely, beautiful Michelle Posey.
Good
Michelle,
morning. Good morning.
How
are you guys?
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
And you've got a lot of stuff going on. Did you start the year off with a bang already?
Yes, this year started off pretty good.
She took her pistol out and boom, 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 boom.
No, I left that in the car.
That's so funny because I've had some people talking about guns, and I said, you'd be surprised how many women are packing.
Right. Absolutely.
And I think that's why we don't have as much issue as other parts of the country. You never know who's carrying here.
Well, the thing about it is, especially as a realtor, I had this conversation with somebody yesterday, but as a realtor, there's just so many things that you've heard in the news that have happened across the U.S. And so I think it's important, whether you are a concealed handgun license user or self-defense or whatever it is, you take the proper protocols to make sure that you can defend yourself. You're doing open houses, you're showing strangers, so.
And women are 70% more likely to be victims of violent crime than men are. In the story. So I mean, that's a good statistic. Anyway, you were working on a project. Talk a little bit about the Texas Realtor Leadership Program, and then your legacy project.
Yeah, so I recently graduated from the Texas Realtor Leadership Program. It's a program put on through HAR, and it's a 9-month program, so it's like birthing a child.
Stole my thunder there.
Yeah, we go through, it's an intense training. It helps you develop personally, professionally. It helps take you to the next step in your business and in your life, all in all. And once you graduate, we have a legacy project that helps us, as a group. There's 31 of us, and so we carry it on when we pick a charity of our choice. And this project we chose was Elijah Rising. You can find out more information about them through elijahrising.org. But they help battle human trafficking. And it's a huge issue here in the Houston area. Sadly, we are number one for human trafficking. So Not many people know that, and I think one of the important statistic that really got me on this, and I do a lot of work with different charities, but what really got me is your average victim age is 12 to 16 years old. And for somebody that has children, that just kind of hit home for me.
I think everyone should be affected by that, but it's not talked about very much in the news or in the media of any type, that it's a huge issue here. And of course, we've all seen the movie Taken and Taken 2.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, but it's happening right here, and it's happening right here in Houston. So
as big as Houston, part of the thing that we have here in Houston, as big as we are as a city and as diverse as we are as a city, it's very easy to bring different races, color, creed, religion into the city and it not be seen as different, right? And so unfortunately, and then the one thing that has always gotten me is the amount of children that are affected by this. I mean, we're talking about girls that are 12 and 13 and 14 years old. I mean, I have a 9-year-old girl. I can't even imagine.
9 going on 21.
Right.
Yeah.
And Michelle and I were speaking about this also. You've got little kids. I mean, it's just something that's so important to get the message out and to help these children who have gone through this get some type of therapy and get back into normal society as well.
Right. And so with Elijah Rising, what we want to do is create the awareness and let people know and the victims know that there is hope and there is recovery. And what Elijah Rising's done is they purchased a piece of property outside of Sugarland called the Kindle Arms. And that's going to house some of the victims that are rescued. So it'll give them a safe haven to get back to some normalcy and get back up on their feet. So with that, we are putting on a huge event this coming Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. It's a Bond 007 casino theme. And so there will be some legal gambling. All proceeds benefit Elijah Rising. And so it's going to be at Audi Central Houston, which is our huge sponsor. We appreciate them, all that they're doing for us in holding the event at their facility and providing a lot of additional things that it takes to put on this big event. So there'll be, blackjack, roulette, craps. There's a DJ. There's going to be food, light bites, and cocktails.
And more importantly,
and the Rat Pack.
Rat Pack will be there.
The Rat Pack. Thank you guys so much. You guys are one of our sponsors. You guys have done so much to help support our community, and we really appreciate everything that you guys do for everyone.
No, we appreciate everything that you guys do. You have a great TRLP graduation class this year. They're all unique in their own way. And you guys have a really, really good group, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But more importantly, it's going to go to a great cause.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was curious while you were talking, do we have any kind of statistics as to out of how many people who end up being trafficked, how many are rescued? Do we have any kind of numbers on that, or no?
Boy,
okay,
that'd be a good question, actually, yeah.
Because I guess we have no way to know how many are being trafficked.
There's so many different organizations out there that help battle it. So to get a cumulative amount, it's kind of tough. But Elijah Rising, they have van tours. There's so much. They actually, and it's funny. I did a van tour with them, and they take you on the tour, and you wouldn't think that this is happening right next door to you. So there's in a matter of a 5-mile radius, there was several spots that take on this sort of activity. And it's right down the street.
Yeah,
so.
And a lot of times it's in places you would never, ever imagine. Because one of the things about human trafficking as well, they've got all different, I hate to say it, but they've got hierarchies within this human trafficking. You have what they consider your A's and your B's and your C's, et cetera. And so, things happen right next door to people you would never imagine.
Are the victims, are they typically immigrants, or are they people who are already living here? Or
typically they are foreigners. They come here with false hope and promises. And that's how they get sucked into it.
Yeah, I can see that where there'd be lures that will come to America and we'll take care of you and put you in housing and yada yada yada, and next thing you know, you're a slave to the system.
Right.
Well, there was a famous show that came out a long time ago. It's called To Catch a Predator. Mm-hmm. And if you look at what's happened in the internet nowadays, it's so easy to lure people from abroad because the internet and Twitter and FaceTime and chat rooms, it's so prevalent nowadays. And so, that whole thing To Catch a Predator was the initial part. It wasn't human trafficking, but it was just that quote unquote
Well, you see in the news all the time where somebody
Right.
was chatting online and they thought it was somebody and it turned out to be somebody else entirely, and they became a victim to some sort of violent crime.
And even like, my sons play that Roblox. And there are kids that they'll be like, "Mama, now what's our address?" I'm like, "Why are you asking?" "Well, my friend on Roblox wants to know." And I'm like, no. Tristan." I said, "Well, how do you know him?" "Well, I know him because he told me he was, my age, 10." And I said, "Well, did you see a picture of him?" "No." "Well, how do you know he's really 10?" "Because he said no." So they got grounded from it. You just never know. I mean, these predators are everywhere, and they will ask your babies on the internet, and they're so gullible and naive kids. There's no ego there, so
that's
they believe.
why parents have to be vigilant in watching what their kids are looking at on the internet.
Yeah,
period.
absolutely.
Very good point. That's what I was going to say is, at my house, we look very carefully at what she's on, YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. And you have to measure that. And I know everyone here has children, so you have to measure where is that point in which it's, overbearing, but at the same time allow them to still be children. I tell everybody at the end of the day, I'm their daddy. So they
don't
can
need
be
any more
mad at me
friends.
as much they want,
Yeah.
much they want to, but I'm here to protect them until such time as they can make good
They
decisions.
can get all the friends they want at school, but
Dad. Exactly. That's what
they
I
need
told
they
my
need
kids.
parenting without a doubt.
No, I would absolutely agree. Now, one thing to get off the subject really fast, how's the Sugarland Market going?
Oh, the market is still going pretty good. I have to tell people, just turn off the news. Don't listen to what they're telling you out there about the market. Yeah, the oil and gas industry has declined, but fortunately, we are in a market where we are powered also by technology and medical resources. So, we have one
Especially
of
in
the...
your area.
Yeah.
I had somebody from the medical center. I can't recall his name, but he was the head of the medical center, and this little pocket all in Sugarland is a lot of doctors and ancillary support have moved to Sugarland as
Right.
kind of like the de facto location, because of course medical center has gotten very limited availability of product, and Sugarland has ample.
Yes, yeah. So, in the greater Fort Bend area, excuse me, we have average. We have 3 months of inventory, which is low. Our national average is 6 months. So when people tell you, "Oh, well, now's not a good time to buy. I think I should wait." Well, the weekend rates that came out, 3.99%. You can't.
They're going back down again. That's what I'm telling everybody is perfect time.
It is. And I just recently helped 2 people that got into a home, their first home, and their rent, one of them, the rent was less, or their mortgage with taxes, insurance, HOA was less than their rent, and the other one was about the same. So, and you get that tax deduction for home ownership.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me they'd overheard an agent saying, "Hey, get everything out of the stock market and start putting it in real estate."
Yep.
It's the one thing about real estate is you always have a place you can go move into if you had to. You can't
That's
move
right.
into a stock.
That's
No,
right.
can't
or
move into a
Bargo.
stock.
So
No, I agree right
it's
there.
still one of the best places to place money.
Michelle, how can we reach you if you don't mind? And more importantly, how can we reach if anyone's, and I know a lot of people out there listening, if they want to get involved with Elijah Rising, what's going on this Thursday, how can they get involved?
Yep. So you can reach out to me. My number is 713-504-0066, or go to michelleposey.com. For the event, you can also reach out to me and I can guide you for RSVPing, but you can go to Let 'em Roll 2016.eventbrite.com.
Let 'em roll
Let 'em
2016.
roll
I
I like
2016.
that. That sounds like something that came out of TRLP.
Yeah,
Let it
so-
roll.
We're hoping to get a good attendance, and there's going to be great. There's silent auction items, raffles, photo booth, you name it.
State the location again.
It's at Audi Central Houston. It's off of Southwest Freeway and Greenbrier Shepherd exit, 2120 Southwest Freeway.
So
That
that way we
is
can
awesome.
absolutely send them an invoice. They said their name twice and their location. So no, and those people at Audi have always been really good about charities. I've attended several of them.
They are
They
excellent.
have.
Always
Well,
really good at it.
we're not letting Michelle out of here. We still have the last segment to go, and we have some great information still to come. But we do have to take a break right now.
We got to pay for the show.
We gotta pay for the
I
show
just wrote them a
somehow,
big
so
check, so we got to
Stay
cover it.
tuned. We'll be right back.
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard.